This time it is my honor to announce the recipients of the 2022 Legacy of Leadership Awards. Each year, SDREA recognizes two individuals for their contribution to the advancement and advocacy of electric cooperatives throughout the state of South Dakota and beyond. This distinguished award highlights outstanding cooperative leaders who have lent their talent, time, expertise, and passion toward improving the quality of cooperative organizations in their communities. Legacy of Leadership Award winners routinely demonstrate their dedication and commitment to serving the collective interest of others above their own. Our first award winner is Steve Reed. Steve couldn't be with us today. I believe the ever good-looking Jeff Berkland will be accepting the award on his behalf. Let me read the nomination application. Steve Reed, our first recipient, served the members of West Central Electric as CEO manager for 34 years. He joined the cooperative in 1977 as an apprentice lineman working out of Presho. 2 years later, Steve moved to the Member Services Department and relocated to the Myrtle headquarters office. He became the assistant manager and later was selected to replace the late Fritz Yost as CEO manager in 1985. He held the manager's post until he retired in 2019. Current manager Jeff Berkland said of Steve, "He worked 24/7 and was always thinking about the future success and well-being of West Central Electric. I don't have enough fingers or toes to tell you how many emails and texts I received from Steve at 4 a.m. Steve is known for his boldness and innovation in adopting technologies that he felt would benefit West Central members and the community at large. In 1997, West Central was presented an opportunity to acquire a cable television company. The co-op formed WCE Westnet, as a for-profit subsidiary. The company, which later ventured into internet service, was sold in 2007 after 10 years of successful and profitable operation under Steve's capable leadership. In the process of overseeing Westnet, Steve was also instrumental in starting the state's workers' compensation retention program for the electric cooperative system. The program, which allowed for the return of premiums based on the performance, engendered a new awareness and culture of safety throughout the state's rural cooperative network. Working in partnership with Federated South Dakota's electric cooperatives have received checks collectively totaling more than $3.3 million since 1996. Steve served on the Federated board from 2002 to 2011 and led the board as chairman in 2008 and 2009. Always looking for ways to operate more efficiently while containing costs, Steve led an initiative with NRECA to curb annual medical insurance premiums after the premiums began to increase sharply in 2007. As a result, South Dakota's electric cooperative signed a 3-year agreement to implement individual wellness and prevention programs for employees. The program resulted in a healthier cooperative workforce, lower premiums, as employees began to take responsibility for their own personal wellness plans and improve exercise and dietary habits for themselves and their families. Steve was also involved in developing policies and programs that would support not only members of West Central, but also for the co-op members throughout the state and the region. According to Paul Sukut, former CEO at Basin Electric, Steve understood the importance of Basin Electric multi-tier system and always had the electric cooperative members in mind. He understood the decisions within the cooperative family and were intended to be made at the best interest of West Central, Rushmore, and Basin Electric and their members. He was a very valuable part of Basin Electric and its entire membership. Vic Simmons, former CEO of Rushmore Electric, said of Steve, "He was instrumental in developing the electric heat rate and the concept that we still follow today for dividing Rushmore's internal costs. At the time he became manager, we were experiencing double-digit interest rates, rate increases twice yearly, and surplus power with nowhere to sell it or use it. He led West Central through these very tough times. Along the way, Steve found time to serve on Jones County School Board and volunteer as a member of St. Martin's Catholic Church. He also put in many community volunteer hours as part of Myrtle's Lions Club and a charter member of the Myrtle Development Corp. One of Steve's passions was golf. He spent much of his time and effort to make sure the Myrtle Golf Course was in prime shape for local and visiting golfers. Steve, congratulations on joining the esteemed ranks of SDREA's Legacy of Leadership Award winners." Is Ed here? Oh, oh. Ah, there you are. Perfect. Our second award winner, Ed Anderson, you all know and love, began his career at South Dakota Rural Electric Association in 2000, Director of Government and Member Relations. In 2008, Ed Anderson began serving as interim general manager of SDREA before being offered the permanent role as the association's 8th general manager in 2009. He recently turned over the reins in the summer of 2021. With a background in public affairs work, Anderson was highly aware of the importance of unity when representing South Dakota's electric cooperatives at the state capitol. He knew that cohesiveness was paramount when informing and educating lawmakers on critical matters pertaining to electric co-ops and their members. And he parlayed this philosophy into many legislative wins that had direct impact on strengthening the rural cooperative movement on a state and national level. Quote, Ed Anderson has always been an effective advocate on behalf of SDREA, cooperatives, and its industry, said Josh Kramer, General Manager of North Dakota Association of Rural Electric Cooperatives. I am thankful for the knowledge, time, and attention Ed so willingly shared with his rural electric statewide managers and association and colleagues. Kramer recalled the time when he joined the statewide manager ranks and received a useful guidance from his neighbor to the south. Josh states, Ed reached out to me during the early days at the helm and gave advice and offers to help. Ed quickly became a mentor and a friend, pointing me in the right direction as many of our cooperative meetings and figurative crossroads statewide associations often encountered. During his time serving the membership of SDREA, Anderson represented rural electric cooperatives by serving as a director for the American Coalition for the Ethanol Board, South Dakota One Call Notification Board, and South Dakota Co-op Hall of Fame Committee. Larry Janes, recently retired executive director from South Dakota One Call, said of Ed, Ed's suggestions for operational movements and bringing fairness and enforcing the laws of South Dakota, his wisdom and insight were invaluable. Anderson grew up in Custer and graduated from Black Hills State University with a degree in accounting, which he would use in various ways while serving rural South Dakota. Prior to his career with SDREA, Anderson worked for American Express, ConAgra, and several state agencies, including the Department of Transportation, Retirement System, PUC, where he served as division director for 9 years. After stepping into his role at SDREA, Anderson continuously looked for new avenues and new approaches designed to bring value to the membership. Just a few of the fresh ideas Anderson implemented were Co-op Day at the Capitol, the Basin Legislative Tour, and the creation of the directory and legislative apps that SDREA maintains. He and his wife, Shelley, also made an extra effort to develop strong personal connections with legislators by routinely hosting them at their house in Pierre. The SDREA board additionally benefited from Anderson's unifying management style by participating in the annual SDREA board staff picnic and forming lasting personal connections. Brenda Foreman, Executive Director of South Dakota Association of Cooperatives, said, it was a pleasure and honor to work with Ed during his leadership for SDREA. He is a man of strong character, devoted to the electric co-ops, fair and honest. State and national issues challenged the electric cooperatives, but Ed never wavered in his dedication to the members of SDREA or their member owners. Anderson managed the SDREA organization and staff as a servant leader who always set positive example for others. Someone once said, a good manager is loved by the membership, but a great manager is loved by the staff. And that describes perfectly Ed's stellar career at SDREA. Congratulations, Ed, on well-deserved honor, and on behalf of SDREA, thank you for all your dedication and hard work over the years.
I know that the SDREA directors just got nervous. I'd really like to thank the SDREA board and congratulate you on your continued commitment to serve all the members of SDREA. You understand the importance, and you continue to do that day in and day out. Your job, all of you here, over the last 20 years certainly hasn't gotten any easier. But I'm confident that if you continue to look to the cooperative principles that serve as the foundation for your guidance and for your daily actions, you will continue to play a very important and positive role in the lives of your employees, your members, and the citizens of the communities that you serve all across the state. And I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.